How's it going, everyone? This is Bernardo here. This is another unsubjective reality video. Today, very big day for American sports. Of course, the Super Bowl 59 is going to be played here in a couple hours in the city of New Orleans. Of course, we got the Kansas City Chiefs playing the Philadelphia Eagles tonight. And, it's a game of historic proportions, absolutely. A lot of history that could be made in tonight's game. And of course, we're going to talk a little bit about the game further down the line on this video. But since this is a business channel, I really wanted to touch on the business aspect of the Super Bowl, throughout the years and some of the numbers that are expected for this year and, the impact that that has in local economy of, of the local economy of where the game is being played, how companies use this opportunity for marketing, the athletes themselves that are the stars of the game, of course, how they capitalize on the exposure that they get from the game, the Super Bowl halftime show, sports betting, and all of that. So to start us off, the first big aspect of the Super Bowl is the viewership. This year alone, there are over 100 million people expected to be watching the game. So when you got over 100 million people, that's 200 million eyeballs watching a certain event. Of course, that's going to generate major marketing and ad revenue opportunities that the NFL capitalizes extremely well on. The TV deals are humongous. So every year, every major TV network is fighting each other to grab that viewership from fans, and they're fighting for the TV deals every single year that happens. And of course, the NFL is the winner of that at the end of the day. And of course, with that comes a lot of other opportunities. I think the one that jumps the most every single year that catches my attention is the ad revenue that this event gets. This year, companies are expected to pay $7 million for 30-second ad. 30 seconds for $7 million. That's $233,333 for every second that your ad's going to be on air during the Super Bowl. That's insane. I wish that was a study that one of these companies who ends up paying that $7 million to feature on the Super Bowl. I would love it if there was a study showing the ROI on that, the return on investment, because it's certainly a risky play. You're putting $7 million for 30 seconds. Of course, there are 100 million people that are going to be watching your ad, but I wonder what the ROI is on that. How these companies are able to really capitalize on those 30 seconds of exposure that they get during the Super Bowl. And so, suggestion out there: if one of these companies would do a study that shows how much they're able to get for return on investment for those $7 million that are spent, you better hope that your marketing department is on point to make a good ad to get people to to gravitate towards your company to buy your product, or got to hire the correct people for that. I think another big aspect too is the sports betting. For this event itself, Super Bowl 59, over $1.3 billion are expected to be wagered in bets for related to for tonight's game. $1.4 billion. That's a lot of money. So Vegas, is going to have a very busy day today. And it's funny, you see all the crazy props that you can bet on. You got the over under for how many times Taylor Swift is going to be shown on the broadcast. Of course, she's uh, infamously dates Travis Kelce, the tight end for the Kansas City Chiefs, and I'm really hoping it's the under on that particular bet for the good of the game. I want to see football. I don't really want to see Taylor Swift sitting on the stands clapping. So I'm really hoping for the under on that one. Or you can also bet on the color of the Gatorade that's going to be poured on the winning coach after the game. All of those, special bets that these sports books make available for the day of the big game. So there's another big aspect, the financial aspect of the game also. Um, also the impact is huge on the local economy of the host city of the game. Last year, Vegas, which hosted Super Bowl 58, generated over $1 billion in revenue. On a single weekend. That's major. So of course it has a big impact on whichever city is hosting the Super Bowl that particular year. This year is New Orleans, so it'll be interesting to see after the game how the city really capitalizes on hosting the game. It's a very big opportunity for any city. One of the other major things that's enabled by the Super Bowl is the creation of jobs, also direct and indirect, for the event, and some which are temporary, some which are permanent. But that also, creates thousands of jobs, a great economic opportunity, and it's good because it generates so many jobs. So that is another very positive aspect that the game brings every single year. I think that another interesting storyline for this Super Bowl in particular is the halftime show. Kendrick Lamar is going to be the main attraction, and there was some controversy there. Some rap beef, I guess, because Lil Wayne, which is New Orleans native, was expecting to be selected. He didn't. Kendrick Lamar got the slot, and he's had tremendous success this year. His album that he dropped, GNX, and the song "Not Like Us," which I guess he won a Grammy for, if I'm not mistaken. It's been played so much. I've heard it countless times throughout the year. That song being played, and apparently he's not performing it tonight. I read on some news outlets that he's not going to perform that song tonight. So that's interesting. We'll see. But the halftime show, for any artist, it presents an unbelievable career opportunity. Um, you know, the streaming of these artists usually is like 2, 3x after the Super Bowl show, halftime show after they perform. And of course, marketing opportunities if they're launching a product, whatever it is. A lot of these big artists, they have their own brands that they also used to promote during the Super Bowl halftime show, and also an opportunity to get their music out there. But so much marketing that goes into it. The performance is usually very, very mega, very spectacular. So yeah, I'm curious to see what Kendrick is gonna do tonight, and curious to see how he's gonna take advantage of this branding and sponsorship goldmine that is performing at the Super Bowl halftime show. And now, of course, talking a little bit about the main attraction of the game, which is the football itself. Massive matchup between Kansas City Chiefs and the Philadelphia Eagles. A lot on the line for the Chiefs. Chance for the three-peat. That would be the first time ever, if the Chiefs win, that an NFL team wins back-to-back-to-back titles, 3 in a row. And of course, I think that makes the occasion even bigger for Patrick Mahomes, which is Kansas City Chiefs quarterback. He's been, the star NFL player for the last few years. I think after Tom Brady retired, he's the one now that's kind of challenging Tom Brady's GOAT status in the NFL. And I think that three-peat gives him a very, very big chance of, if he's able to reach those 7 rings that Tom Brady has, to maybe be considered a GOAT in the future. I don't know. I am a very big sports fan. Like I've mentioned here before, I run a sports company. And, I believe, in my opinion, there's a difference between being the best and being the greatest in sports. To me, the greatest is the winningest, is the one that has won the most. And the best, it's more subjective, right? So Mahomes, unbelievable talent, and we'll see if he gets that three-peat tonight. It'd be a big storyline, and I think there's going to be some. They're going to start putting him in that GOAT conversation a lot more strongly if he wins tonight and gets that three-peat. And considering I think he's only 29, he's got a good at least 10 years to play still. So if he wins today, he gets the 4 rings, and just throwing a number out, if he's got 10 years left, he's only got to win 3 to reach Tom Brady's 7. So very, very big night for Mahomes, and that three-peat I think would count a lot on the GOAT debate. That's for sure. So we'll see. We'll see. I'm expecting a very big outing from him. And on the other side, we got the Eagles, right, who are having a tremendous season. They got Jalen Hurts, which is an unbelievable quarterback, very versatile. One of the best in the game, that's for sure. And they're being backed by Saquon Barkley, who's having a career season after the disastrous move from the New York Giants to let him go. As a Giants fan, I'm really feeling that. And they let, probably now, I think, the best running back in the league go, and he's having a career season for the Eagles. Arguably the biggest rival for the Giants. Got the Cowboys as well, but divisional rivals, right? And he's making it rain with the Eagles. So definitely not a good side for Giants fans, but it'll definitely be an interesting match. I think the Eagles have a very, very good team, good defense. And of course, you got Jalen Hurts and Saquon in the offense, just absolutely having a great season. So I think it'll be a very, very close game. I was looking at the odds. I think the most sports books have the Chiefs as slight favorites, but I really do think that this one's going to go down to the wire. So it'll be fun to watch. My prediction for this game, Um, I personally got the Chiefs winning. I think it'll be close. It'll be tight, but I got the Chiefs winning. You know, they're playing for that three-peat. So I think they're going to go all out. You know, I expect them to bring their best, and I do think that Mahomes is the best player in the game as of today. So you know, he's used to that crunch time. He's won 3 Super Bowls before, so I am expecting him to do it again. I am not particularly going to be rooting for anyone. I'm just going to be watching the game as a sports fan and enjoy it. Hope for a close one, maybe an overtime game. Um, but um, but yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Very excited for it, absolutely. Um, and may the best team win. And definitely stay attentive to those business aspects of the game today. I'll try and see which ad I like best. Maybe I'll tweet about it or something. But I'll definitely keep an eye out for the ads and expect some very good ones out there. You know, I am really expecting more AI ads, maybe some crypto ads. Usually, you got the car manufacturers, insurance companies, Pepsi, Coca-Cola. They usually all advertise on Super Bowl yearly, but I do expect to see a lot of AI companies out there making ads this year. So we'll see about that. And yeah, thank you guys for watching. If you're liking the videos, subscribe, and a lot more videos talking business coming soon. So yeah, that's it. We'll see you on the next one. Always forward.